Yo, 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 that was fire. Thank you so much. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Aiden. Next up, we have a keynote this time from Sending Lab, from Henry Johnson from Sending Lab, who will show you us how NFT can empower Web3 communities. So give it up for him, please. Henry, please go away.
Bonjour. What's up, Paris? So I realize I'm a little out of place when I try to request to plug in my computer and give a real-life demo of our product. And then I realized that option wasn't possible. So I guess some of the stuff I'm going to be going through will be a little dry and technical. So please, you all bear with me for 15 minutes, and then we'll all be OK. So the story starts when the two co-founders of Sending Labs, back in 2015, they were operating one of the largest mobile browsers with over 200 million users worldwide. And one day, it was, with no apparent reasons at all, removed from Google Play. And within the first 24 hours, over 100,000 people were emailing us, asking where's their favorite browsers. And then it was thanks to that community, we're actually able to bring back the browser onto the App Store, and eventually it skyrocketed onto the #1 within the list. And that's eventually what drove our team into Web3 and became Web3 project founders. It's because eventually we learned two lessons from this story. First was that we realized that a product would never have been possible to work out without the community's support. And then the second lesson we learned from the story was that as developers, no matter how much you've worked on your product, how much you've nurtured it as your tech baby, it could still be very easily removed by a tech giant, even though we're abiding by all the rules and being very nice. So decentralization was very important. Fast forward to the present day. Now we have so many tech giants building walled gardens because the most important competitive barrier in Web2 is network effect. The giants owns our IDs, our data, and not ourselves, making our user experience very fragmented and sometimes unsecure. For example, if I find out some very awesome NFT project on Discord I'm about to FOMO in, now I'm going to have to open many, many windows and switch in and out of my wallet, exchange messengers, a couple of completely different platforms just to complete a very simple purchase. Or another nightmare, on the other hand, is if I were to click into a scam link from someone who appears to be my friend, and I could get all of my wallet assets siphoned away. Ouch. So to solve these problems, we really need a unified communications layer seamlessly integrated with all of the blockchains. And luckily, that's what Web3 is all about. Composability, interoperability, from the ground up to support our own individual sovereignties. So here, this Sending Network is something we built for the past 2 years. It's an off-chain messaging network across all Web3 applications, including games, wallet, exchanges, socials, and so on, with integrated chatting, payment, and trading features within all of these apps. As an example, so if we have Gary the gamer who's interested in a utility NFT in the wallet of another person, say Tracy the trader, Gary can initiate a peer-to-peer over-the-counter deal by simply messaging Tracy within the game. And if Tracy happens to be interested in the deal, she can simply click approve, and the deal is done. Both Gary the gamer and Tracy the trader will have freedom to access all of their chats, assets, social graphs across different platforms, not just in the game they're playing. And this was made possible by having a single, consistent digital ID based on their wallet addresses. Throughout this entire process, all of their messages will be end-to-end encrypted with double ratchet algorithms, which is the same level of security as Signal, but even better. It will be on top of a completely peer-to-peer decentralized network, so nobody can monitor it or shut it down. So this slide is telling you that we're very serious about our technologies. To make it simple, we break it down into 3 layers. In the top layer, that's where all the applications that are integrating with the Sending Network SDK, including the games, wallet, and social apps. The second layer is the relay network. It consists of many, many edge nodes hosted by independent developers. This ensures the decentralized message delivery, while the whole entire network will have no idea of what is the content being sent. And then at the foundation is our consensus layer. This incentivizes the miner to contribute their bandwidth. So who here are developers? Or who here has taken Uber? All right, yeah. So you know the riders and the drivers chat in Uber is powered by a Web2 company called Twilio. It supplies an SDK for a messaging infrastructure. So similarly, Sending Network does that in Web3. But it's also like the email protocol, where it's completely interoperable. Regardless you're in Gmail, Hotmail, or your company's self-hosted email system, you get to communicate with each other. So that's thanks to the XMTP, the IMAP, POP3 protocols. However, a not so good example in Web 2 is instant messaging. Back in the 2000s, all of the IM platforms like MSN, Yahoo, AIM, they supported XMPP, an interoperable messaging protocol. But as they grow and pursue monopolies, they extended the protocol and making it not compatible with each other anymore. So now we're bringing back the good old times to Web3. And additionally, since everything in Web3 is wallet native, we coherently support on-chain transfers, payments via various smart contract and trading protocols. So here's an example of Sending Network in an NFT trading platform. We provide a chat box that can be added to any app with a few lines of code. It comes with all your familiar Web2 features like quote, reply, emojis, but also the Web3 features like token gating, payments, airdrops, tradings, to boost the user experience and retention by enabling the users to message, socialize, and even bargain with the fellow collectors. So you might ask, that's pretty cool, but what if I'm not a developer? So I've talked a lot about our Sending Network SDK, but really, we want to build something for everyone, including all of the degens and developers alike. So here on top of Sending Network, we have a Web3 community app called Sending Me. Sending Me is already available on web, Google Play, and Apple Store for all you degens and community managers to have a Web3 similar to Discord, but much better. So we all have Discord, but nobody really enjoys using it. Because especially for Web3 projects, it's not that native. You can't really find your new holder who just aped into your communities. As a holder, you can't really find your communities anywhere unless you look really hard. And there's just so much spam. It's really annoying, and we miss out all of the important messages. Essentially, Now what we have are still Web 2 products, so we can't really expect it to evolve into what we need as NFT communities. And Telegram is just building its own thing, making another walled gardens that's disintegrated with the rest of Web3 ecosystem. So I'd like to encourage you to try out our Web3 community tool in Sending Me. There's a lot of features we already preloaded into Sending Me to help you engage with your Web3 community in a Web3 native way. By giving away airdrops, mystery boxes in a token-gated group chat, or conducting AMAs and quests within your community, setting up a social-based marketplace, or sometimes even having the governance type of communications like voting for a proposal or controlling of a multi-sig DAO treasury. These are all available, and I'd like to give you a quick demo in the end. But before we jump into the demo, I just want to mention that we'd also like to help you build your own community app with our technology. So it'll come with a fully customized icon and themes to showcase your brand identity and values, fostering a stronger, more engaged community. We've been doing this for over 100 partner projects in the past year, and this includes various games, wallet, NFT platforms, and social apps. Over 100,000 users have signed up to our waitlist following our beta launch. So join us and experience Web3 communications like how it's supposed to be. So here's a quick demo of what it would look like within Sending Me on the web version. You can see that everyone's essentially logging on with the wallet and being able to see their NFTs, domain names as their profile, and being able to send money across to one another within the chat. For those of you who are familiar with the feature, like the red packet in WeChat, that's exactly what it's like. And we call it Money Gun. It will be similar to walking into a party, preloading a money gun with your cash, and then spraying it to the crowd. We also have features for token gating. You can set up a private chat or a community group by setting a rule of users must possessing certain amounts of tokens or NFTs to be able to join into the community, and all of that can be controlled natively within the app. And also we have something called a party kit. So that's when you can have a live streaming, AMA, or quests going on, and then in the process of it, people can send messages across on a big screen, and later on you can see what happens if someone sends a money gun onto the party screen. Let's go. All right, everyone, that concludes my presentation. Thanks for your time, and let's blow it up.
Okay, thank you so much, Henry. It was really cool.